we should be good to go. Afternoon one and all. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 Infected. Picking up after the last episode, which was pretty damn good. We unintentionally made our way over to the Lonely Chapel, which allowed us to get into the Federal ration stockpile. Managed to get our hands on a fair bit of supplies, which was pretty damn good. So yeah, wasn't expecting to get that done last episode, but I was pretty good. So let's just continue on. Get some stuff done. Hello, my dude. Well, hello, you. Tuning in as always. Now, because we've got a little bit of a fairly decent base put in place at the moment, I want to actually progress with Rumour of a Vault. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you. Now, we did go into Vault 111 in one of the previous episodes. Stuttering a little bit. Not really sure why that is. Bear with me 2 seconds. Double checking some settings here because I don't know why we are lagging a little bit. Everything seems to be okay, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. But if we are lagging, I may have to change some things. That is very... How's the stream for you guys before we get too into anything? Because it feels a little bit jumpy to me. Right, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to turn the stream off momentarily, and then I'll come back in a minute or so. I'm just going to change a setting here. Insomnia at 321 here. Stream seems fine. Like I said, I'm just going to stop the stream, and I'll come back in a moment. So, BRB. Right, well, we should be back. I don't know if that's going to have changed anything, but we'll see how it goes.
Broken. No use.
Why do I not have a hood? Don't know why my hood opacity is all the way down. We do actually need to be able to see some things. Right, as I was saying before, we had some slight issues there. We did check out Vault 111, which we should really be able to get into, and I don't think the vault door actually opened the previous time due to a glitch. Now I'm going to go and check out Vault 111 again. Not sure what supplies are going to be in there. Hopefully the door opens. If it doesn't, I am going to console command myself through that door. I'm not going to say it's cheating because it should actually be open. It's actually stuck due to a glitch. So let's go and check out Vault 111. I will want to progress that quest at some point. Thank you for the notification there. Very much appreciated. Also, thanks for tuning in last in line as well. I forgot to say hey. What a few zombies actually up here. Actually, why the heck are there so many zombies up here? Like I said, if we can't get in there, I'm gonna console command myself through. We've probably cleared them zombies out. Console command myself through the door if it doesn't open this time. Not entirely sure why it didn't open previously. No, it is still shut. Which is a little bit unfortunate. So like I said, I'm going to console command myself through this because it is actually meant to be open. I mean, I suppose I can open it from the inside now, but... Okay, so I just merely that rad roach and it decimated it. I don't know why that rad roach exploded. I already have the Pip-Boy. We have no option to open the vault. So I guess we're going to have to console our way out again. A little bit weird. It's a weird glitch.
Terminal should open this.
Am I going to have to go through these doors as well?
Malfunction in emergency exit door override. Please contact your Vault Tech maintenance representative.
Well, it looks like I'm going to have to ping my way through these ones as well. So we'll go through this one. It's a little bit immersion breaking, but afternoon Wormy, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I don't like using console commands, but the game has actually glitched. So the doors are meant to actually open here. I'm hoping to kind of open now that we've gone the opposite way. I'm going to clear the place out first, and then we'll see how it goes. Welcome back to Skull Breaks the Game. Welcome back to Skull's got so many mods on the game explodes. Peter Mundell, you restarted. No, I didn't restart Peter. We've just gone into Vault 111. I didn't actually get into this place first time around because the door was glitched shut, and it is still glitched shut. So we've not sort of way through because I do actually need to get in here to find the dead vault dweller. So we'll clear this place out. I'm kind of glad that there's no zombies in here. We can also loot this place. With it being a vault, Jesus Christ. There's some good stuff in some of these containers. That was terrible. Jesus. How is everyone today, by the way? We all hyped for Bethesda's E3 conference. Unfortunately, it's going to be in the early hours of the morning for me, so I'm going to wake up to the information. I won't be able to see it live, which kind of sucks, but I won't get a day off work, so because it is what it is. It'd be nice to wake up to find out what all that 76 is all about. Well, these rad roaches are just exploding. I just want to check something. Right, apparently I had God mode on. Right, okay, game. Right. No wonder they were exploding. I had God mode on. That's a little bit ridiculous. I don't know why that's carried over. Fortunately, we figured that out before we got too far. But as you can see there, God mode is disabled. Don't know why that was enabled. I also wonder why my HUD was set down to minimal. I do like when the game changes things. And now I am trying to be extra cautious around these rad roaches. Can I open the vault now? I wonder if that's a slight mod incompatibility with the alternate start mod. Although I say that, it does give you the option to come back in here, so I'm guessing it's just straight up glitched. Now this place is clear. Let's... That one still hasn't opened. We will work our way back through this and grab whatever resources we can get. And thinking about that as well, there should be a dead vault dweller here. So I'm going to say there may be an issue with my alternate start mod not being in the correct location in my load order, maybe? Okay, so that has probably finalized the fact that we can't actually do that quest now. Still miss your resurrection playthrough, too bad it had to end. Yeah, unfortunately I have learnt the hard way that even though I still stick on a absolute shit ton of mods, I don't have the most insane computer ever. It can only handle a certain amount, and that pushed it beyond its capabilities. One day though, one day we will get a rig that can handle that sort of stuff, and I might try and do something that intense again. Makes no sense that we bought a captain need. Yeah, I get some fairly decent stuff from this. This would have been great, you know, realistically back from the very start, but I was weighing up the decision to actually console command myself through this, because like I said, it is shut, shouldn't actually be shut. I'm actually getting shocked. I'm trying to decide what I was gonna do now, because my plan was to find the dead vault dweller, sole survivor, loot him and progress potentially that quest, but where are your specs? I did have them posted somewhere. Maybe on my Twitch page. I should really get them put in the description. So, thanks for the reminder there, Peter. I'll look into that after today's stream. Does leak footage of Fallout 76. Like all the normal stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna wait. It's only a few more hours. So... I don't want to potentially see a trailer or, you know, a rickroll or something like that. Damn, we're gonna have to find some more vaults. And we're gonna have to stop accidentally locking these. Jesus! Keep locking these. Careful in here in case I get zapped again. Yeah, like I said, it's no problem. It's absolutely no problem at all. Some people would be interested in that. Just, I'm personally going to wait. I'm going to wait until I wake up tomorrow. I'm going to check those names out. interesting things to start with, but I figured I'd get this looted, done, and out the way. Potentially sell the holotapes, maybe. An idea. It may actually be this that's causing a conflict. The food overhaul mod that I have on does add into vaults and some other locations vending machines that you can then gain loot from. There doesn't actually appear to be anything in there. Whether that's meant to be like that or not, I do not know. So that could be a slight mod conflict there. Yeah, there is quite a bit of loot in here, but it makes sense being a vault. But the thing is, once it's gone, it's gone. I won't be coming back in here, even if, you know, this stuff does respawn. I won't be retaking it. Do you guys think I can run a modded Fallout 4, nothing too extreme, with an R3 1200 and a GTX 1066GB? I would be unqualified to say regarding the first thing, but the graphics card definitely, because I think that's a better graphics card than what I have, Peter. So graphics card, I think you're fine. Processor and what have you, I'm not entirely sure on. I wonder if the Vault Dweller, actually, I'm going to quick save in case this breaks. Because the Vault Dweller is meant to be dead through in there. And you know what, I've never noticed this guy before. That's probably because he's not meant to be here. What the hell is this? Special locker, ammo for Atomic Annie. Okay, so I have no idea which mod adds this in. I don't think I'm going to be using that because it's very game breaking and cheaty. Okay, so the pod is empty.
Malfunction in cryopod manual release override.
Oh shit. No, we don't want that. Like I said, I'm not going to be taking this. I'm not entirely sure which mod adds this Atomic Annie. It seems like an interesting weapon, but we're straight up just getting it. A little bit cheaty, so let's not do that. I'll probably check that weapon out at some point, but just not in the infected series. Hello there, my dude. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Right, but that's Vault 111 sorted. It's a shame that glitched / having an incompatibility with my mod order, which means we are going to have to clip back out. It's probably going to be the last time that we come here, I think. Probably try and get those mod conflicts fixed for that. Because it doesn't actually make sense. Okay, so there were zombies when we went in, so hopefully they're still a fair distance away. If I get swarmed straight away, I'm in a little bit of trouble. But we got the supplies from Vault 111. That was the main reason I wanted to check it out. It's a shame we can't, without console commands now, progress the quest. But that's it. That's the main quest completely dissolved from this stream. They've wandered back over there, so that's fine. But yeah, that was quite good for junk. A lot of materials. That's going to be a massive bonus to the settlement. Hopefully these guys don't stumble into Sanctuary as per usual. Let's go and get those resources stored. These guys are actually making their way there. He was going to lunge at me then. Get these supplies stored and then decide what we're going to do next, because my plan has been totally thrown out of whack.
I don't see anything. Think we're okay.
Alright, anything else? We picked up some trashy stuff in the last episode as well as some good stuff. Again, we'll store what we don't need in case we do die. I'm going to try not to die. Wait. We do have a fairly decent haul back here. What quests do we have? Do we have anything really that we can actually try and do? Because I'm not going to be scavenging every single episode. We have a decent amount now to actually do something. None of relative interest. Go to Valentine's Detective Agency. Now, I haven't actually initiated the Rumour of a Vault quest, which would be explore the vault, find the dead vault dweller, find the holotape that shows the recording of Sean being kidnapped. You then get the quest to then go and essentially continue the main quest line, but instead of finding your own son, you're just finding some kidnapped kid. But the fact that I have go to Valentine's Detective Agency is very interesting, because I think it might actually just skip this quest and then progress it from there. That may be why it's actually broken. So, be interested to see how that works at some point.
I need to assign someone to this.
Yeah, as usual, we are eye out for stuff. I'm going to check weapon customization now, actually, to see if we can actually improve any of this more than what we've got. So we've been using the bullet heavy defense gun pretty much as the main one. Don't really want it automatic. Realistically, I think looking at it, it's probably going to be a case. Yeah, increasing perks before we can improve that anymore. Okay, so these are essentially the exact same gun, except for one's ported for 45 ammunition and one isn't. Let's actually get a scope on this. Have one with decent scopes. Let's go for a combat scope 8 times. Gonna need more perks before we can get a...
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Oh, many thanks for that. Fuck. Oh. Okay, so we'll essentially make a pipe sniper rifle at the moment. That way we can potentially pick people off in the distance. No, Peter, I wish I had a 1070 or 1080. I believe I'm rocking a 970. So, yeah. Definitely have pushed Fallout beyond what really it should be doing. What time are we sitting at in game? Because that's going to judge, right? 6 PM. So let's hang around here for a little bit longer. Spend the night here. And then I think it's probably time to go and set up a safe house somewhere. Just somewhere where we can sleep safely. Don't believe have any. Can't actually send any at the moment because we don't have the ability to establish supply lines. That's going to be something to keep in mind. Pretty good. Okay, let's try and improve the defenses a little bit.
You should know. People have been complaining a bit about the bed situation.
What's up with the bed situation? What are you talking about? We have enough beds. We have enough beds, my dude. Right, well, if he's not happy, he can sleep out there then.
I know I'm not the only person here who's lost someone. I miss him so much.
There were quite a few over here, so before we wait for it to turn night, let's try and make this area a little bit more defended. Let's get rid of the bushes because, like I said, they do hide in those. Well, less they hide and more it acts as fairly decent natural camouflage. Really, I'm probably just going to throw down a couple of traps if anything that looks sufficient. What's going to be good? Probably go down for spike trap maybe. Don't really use this stuff normally. We can go down to just before the bridge maybe. That way if they do go, I think it'll trigger it. I am interested to see about that whole speaking to Nick Valentine situation, if it just does bypass that and then allows us to continue that quest. So I might make a trip tomorrow to Diamond City. Could be an idea. 2 seconds. I think, you know what? What the heck? Let's go to sleep now. We'll head out in the morning. We'll push towards Diamond City. May pop into a place along the way and get a little safe house started to be constructed.
Look at that!
Well, how are we doing for caps actually? I haven't checked that in a while. 178. Okie doke. Any improvements to armor before we go to sleep? That's backpack. Lovely stuff. Do you have a background music mod, or is that part of the overhaul? The background music, I can't remember what it's called. It is a separate mod. It's like creepy post-apocalyptic ambient music. Can't remember exactly what the mod's called. Should be in that mod list, which should be in a link in the description. Feel free to check that out. We slept through the entire night, I think. Nice. So it looks like we are getting a little bit better protected. We haven't been attacked recently, so... So the rations gives you a fair amount of radiation. Keep in mind, you get a lot of those rations from the Federation.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Can we improve this? We can improve this a little bit. Reduces weight is probably going to be the best one for that. Improve on arm damage. Oh, we can start adding some weaves because we have an armor perk, so we can start improving armor. What's going to be the best one at this stage? Probably hybrid weave Mark 1. That's going to increase the defense quite a damn bit. I'm going to have asbestos lining as well with that immune to being set on fire. That's probably going to be fairly damn beneficial. Let's stick brawling on. What the heck? May as well. Get that weave on anything that we can stick it on. There's only a couple of things that we can. Oh, the advanced hybrid weave. That might be something to actually change the other ones to. I didn't actually realise you could change the bulb in the little mounted thing we've got. Right, visible light, electrical through. Let's try the light emitting diode, see what that does. Right, we're weaving everything up then. Advanced. Yeah, that does make it better. It weighs more. That should help. These stuff as much as what we can here. Not going to improve the trashy stuff. We're probably going to find better armor than that as we go along anyway, so I don't see the point in doing that. Right, that's it for that. That's nice. That's some additional protection I wasn't actually counting on.
It never changes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and head to Diamond City. Game, please. Feeling them stutters.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should have some pretty damn hardcore damage resistance now, which is going to be mighty beneficial in this. How does the scope look on this? I hate the pipe weaponry stuff so damn much. Asbestos debuff, lung cancer. Welp. That'll be trash can callers, Brahmin. If I can get my hands on a better sniper rifle, that'll be good. I don't actually have a huge amount of ammo. Thinking about it. That's something to keep an eye on. Afternoon, Fred. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my god, why are there so many here again? I think what I'm going to check out now, thinking about it on the way to Diamond City anyway, there should be a way to get there. I'm going to check out the subway runner mod or whatever it was that I've got on. It's going to probably be full of raiders and that sort of stuff. Get wrecked. Yeah, we're going to check out the subway stuff. Damn, why there's so many in Concord again? Yeah, not going to fight my way through that. Go around it. Pretty much down here that we want anyway. Yeah, the doorway is actually merged into this building because of not being set in the right spot. On my mod list, now I'm going to clear the entrance, but basically this would be the Concord subway. Let's check that out. It's going to be full of raiders and all terrible things. But I'm hoping they've got some gear. Make sure the entrance is clear just in case we have to come back out this way. It has a lot of raiders' skull. Yeah, that might be a little bit too risky at the moment then. I'll tell you what I'll do regarding the subway is I'll get stockpiled on a little bit more ammunition than what I've got because I've got pretty much none. And then we'll check that out. Let's check out the church quickly. That sometimes spawns a weapon. Don't know if that's set to being reduced because of the loot overhaul. Or if I'm still too low a level. Give it a bash. No, well, I think we looted that place as well anyway. We didn't loot this stuff though. Pretty sure we didn't. Out of a bash. We'll head down to Diamond City. Good old fashioned way. About where we could get set up. Grey Garden's a good one, but it's going to be entailing a very dangerous mission to get it unlocked. Overland Station could be a good one. You know, it's like building up a safe house or somewhere that I can rest. So I don't have to run in between Sanctuary and Diamond City every time. Overland Station could be a really good one because the quest that they give is normally go and rescue kidnapped settler, or you know, worst case scenario, we can just take it. And these guys are being attacked. Let's give them a hand. So don't want to lose the trader. Do I get a reward or? Where is she? Where's she's gone? Is she through here or?
Hey there.
I can rest easy knowing
Judy's
that
kind of like
rotten in hell.
in her bed.
Thank you. Do you need anything?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Nice brown
All salvage.
face texture glitch there.
Nothing's junk.
Oh, she's not liking being stuck in that bed. Not in the slightest. Have you got anything that's going to be useful? Grabbing all medicines for the most part. any of the modded stuff. That's a no. Well, that might be it for Trudy. Should probably pick up a little bit of ammo. But I mean a very little bit of ammo.
Never take a hit at Jet again, I swear.
Come on over, baby. Whole lot of shaking going on. Right, now, I know I've looted this truck. I just want to see if stuff's respawned. No, it hasn't. That's good. We're not going to be looting respawn stuff like that anyway. But I just wanted to check to see if it had. Because I'm kind of hoping that the game's got a fairly strict respawn time. As per usual, I'm going to detract from the road here. And we'll follow the rail track down for the most part for the rest of it. The ammo. And supplies. Lovely stuff. Might deposit that in Overland Station. Dead Red Stag. Now I remember there being a shit ton of zombies around here in a previous episode. Master Terminal, that ain't getting done. Not a chance. Can I get any meat from this guy straight away, or am I going to have to drag him? I'm going to have to drag him. We don't have anything set up at Overland Station, so he's going to be left for now. Yeah, there's a couple of zombies where there were before. I got a Molotov, because that could be some decent experience there. I do have a Molotov. Well, we're going to be cooking some zombies. Let's get them to come a little bit closer. Make sure we're not going to get surrounded. Oh, well, it's all clear behind us at the minute. When these guys get nearer the train track, is it possible for Zeds to have some rounds on them? I have the option for zombies to be unlootable. I figured with the amount of zombies that there were, even with the loot overhaul mod that I had on, it just mean I'd end up with so many, so much stuff. Yeah, let's go for another one. I think that was worth the Molotovs for the slight experience we got there. And I would like to try and clear these out a little bit. But you know, I'll just have a flaming horde of zombies following me. You've been lunging at me, you listen. Generally, if I get them interested in a different direction. Yeah, I'm going to head for Overland Station, I think. I can get that set up. We passed it before. I can't remember if we did anything with it. That is going to happen in these streams. I'm going to end up retracing my steps and potentially doing something that I've already done. I think we'll attempt to be morally good to start off with. That glorious draw distance there. relatively quiet this bit. He says as some zombies appear. Round zombies. Now, Overland Station is quite exposed, so I may need to construct some form of raised platform for where I'd be sleeping anyway.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Right, well, she's not giving us quests. The other settler's still here, or is she alive, or what's going on? No, we aren't alive. I was just double checking if we were or not. Skull uses sword for melee, using a lot of AP bayonet. That's a good point. Although we still use up a fair amount with standard melee. I'm only noticing the one settler here. I'm not sure where the second one is. If she's over here somewhere, or if she's dead already. She might be dead already. I kind of want this settlement. A little safe house. So, oh, now you come running. Now she comes running. Where the hell was she? Well, I don't know where she was, but if I'd found her before, I would have done the quest. So yeah, we've now got Overland Station one way or another. If you'd made yourself a little bit more known, I wouldn't have had to murder everyone. Let's just hide the evidence here, and away you go. Away you go. Props of mine now. I don't want them here. I don't want to be getting attacked for no reason. This is going to be more of a safe house for me at the moment, rather than a traditional settlement. Somewhere where I can come and sleep. Keep that there. Oh cool, we can get rid of the train track here. I haven't actually built with the everything mod here before. We can build all the way down there now. Cheat! We can build all the way down there. I could make a little cabin down near the waterside then. Right, well I'm going to be careful because I'm still in build mode. We can scrap the boat. The heck was that? We can straight up just scrap the boat. We can move the boat. I'm interested in incorporating this boat into being somewhat of a safe house. And that noise is super mutants in the distance in the water treatment plant fighting zombies by the looks of things. And there goes a suicider. So I suppose that place is going to be cleared out a little bit. Let's move the boat up some. As if it were... although I'm going to assume that that crap's meant to be in the boat. So we'll keep that pretty much where it was then. Perhaps not a good idea to live down near the water then, with it being so close to those super mutants. Free me, Skoldire for a wait. Yeah, good point, actually, good point. I don't actually have the cannibal perk, but we could get creative with some stuff. You know, with the auto butcher, we could get one of those built. Yeah, with the added stuff, we can just straight away get rid of the switching tower then. Well, that's nice to know. Afternoon, Sean Plays More. Thanks for tuning in. Very dependable with water at your back, keep saying. Yeah, it'll be good to have water. My only concern, like I said, is those zombies. It's the super mutants either on the other side. Whatever the case may be at the moment, I think I'm going to have some form of raised platform. What is it? Right, well I could probably still stay in the switching tower, but the stairs are going to be a direct access for the zombies. So I think what I need to do is block the stairs off more than anything. Best way that's also somewhat immersive. Yeah, that'll do. Steel. So as good as this fence is, you know, with all its gaping holes, let's get rid of the fence. Utilize the steel from this. Keep that one because it's got alive. I have subscribed since you had 935. Well, thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. I do appreciate all the follows and subscriptions. I think we've only just recently passed 1,200, so yeah, you've been around a while, so thanks for staying strong. And we'll block off the stair access here. Not any zombies. Clear out some bushes. And what we'll probably need to do is have some form of platform that we can get up and then jump across to. Maybe the scaffolding. Scaffolding might be a good one. 1,203, nice. It blows my mind, it's absolutely mental. There we go, that's how we're going to do it. Don't think zombies can jump like that. I'm going to construct a slightly better bed though, because that's going to give me all kinds of fun diseases. And I suppose get a door on maybe. Just need to make sure this opens the correct way. Don't forget the fast travel map. I don't have fast travel enabled. Oh. Or are you meaning for another reason? Right, so that opens the wrong way. Let's the door so it opens inwards. There we go. We can now lock that as well. I don't really need to worry about the windows either, I don't think. Let's patch up some of them for a mix of immersion. I don't want to be completely exposed because I guess raiders and what have you could probably still shoot me if that's a thing down here. Yeah, hopefully we hit 2,000. I mean, I suppose it'll happen eventually if I keep up streaming and what have you. Obviously, I hit a patch a couple of months back where I wasn't really doing anything with the channel due to personal reasons. Hopefully, we'll keep that in the past. Seems the hardcore version of Fallout 3 doesn't appeal to a lot of people. I prefer over the dumbed down stock version. Man, I am really hoping that they pull a Fallout 3 remastered edition out at the conference. Oh, it was steel that we need. If they pull that out, that's going to be I'm going to be poor. Essentially, is what I'm getting at. And all these damn video games. I'll patch up that. I'll leave a little gap there, and then we'll probably do the one that's right next to the bed as well. Gives us a little bit of scope to then pick off any zombies or anything that's hanging about outside. So we can shut the door and lock it, so that's good. Don't think we've got enough resources to set up any defences. Go ahead and store stone. Take some of the potatoes with me, I think. In my playthrough, I set up a scaffolding house connected to random base game rules. Zeds couldn't climb them. Nice. I don't think they can make that jump, and that's far beyond the AI's capability. Right, so we've got ourselves a little safe house then, I think. What time are we sitting at? 3 PM. That's plenty of time to get to Diamond City. Always stay there if we need to. Really heal up a little bit. Taking some rads. I don't really want to drink dirty water. Ow. Went this way before and I think I got flanked by some super mutants. So let's go down to the water's edge. Every time Microsoft updates, my Fallout 3 breaks. I really hope we get a remaster. Yeah, the Fallout 3 generally has quite a lot of issues with it being an older game, specifically with Windows 10. I just straight up haven't tried to get it to work on my computer in ages for the sheer amount of issues that I had. So if we get a remaster that actually works, you know, with same story and all that sort of stuff within the game, but updated graphics and gameplay as to what Fallout 4 is, or even Fallout 76 might be, that would be amazing. There's zombies down here, but nothing too dramatic. There, that's fine. Do you have a PS4? I do indeed. Playing this on PC, but I think my PS4 is more I'm downstairs and chilling. Okay, so the music just got infinitely more spooky. There's a lot of zombies near Hangman's Alley. I remember that from previous stream.
Let's do this.
The heck is that? Right, he's dealing with the zombies. Whether he's friendly or not, I do not know. I think this is one of the random scavengers. We haven't activated Automatron, but he does have metal armor, I think. Could you add me later? I can. If you want to go ahead and throw your username into the Discord, if you're a part of that, that'd be swell.
Where'd you go?
Are you friendly? Not actively shooting at me.
Why's it gotta be so quiet?
Right, that's fine. I'm not gonna kill everyone. I know when I'm gonna need them.
Do this.
Get the heck out of his line of fire, though. Rust over, maybe they'd be more effective if they moved a bit faster. Now, this is something that I'm gonna have to repeatedly keep an eye on, is the settings for zombie walkers. If I need to, and I think I will do as I'm leveling up more and more, is I'll slightly increase the difficulty of that mod as we go along to encompass the fact that we are going to be doing better and I don't want to be overpowered. So at some point I may make them a little bit faster. I don't have Discord. Ah, that sucks. I'll tell you what you could do, and this is purely so I remember. If you want to drop a comment on either this video or one of my previous videos Sean plays with your username, I'll go ahead and try and get that added later on today. Mainly just so I don't forget.
Let's do this.
Damn it. And he's just shredding through his ammo. Now, I don't remember if these super mutants are still alive or not. Please start making more of a note. Cheers, my dude. Just I know if you say it in the chat, I will inevitably forget. Here, comment and I'll screenshot it. That would also work. I can't remember. Super mutants are dealt with. No, they're not. Taking a long way around. Now, Diamond City is able to be run over. If the door is left open, and so many of them go around that way, they will make their way into Diamond City. So if we're not too careful, that might actually happen at some point.
We got company.
Yeah, straight. Hi, Alexander, thanks for tuning in to the stream. The Diamond City guards do their job. We are nearly sitting at another level up. That would be quite nice in this episode to get another level. And the turret's going mental here, which means they're under attack. Maybe the turret around the corner. Okay guys, enjoy the rest of the stream. Thanks for tuning in. See you later on. Have a good day. Right, well the entrance seems clear, so... See you later, Wormy. Sean plays more one. You don't have to open it all the way. Like I said, I'm interested in seeing what happens if I go to Nick Valentine's office. With that mod being slightly glitching the quest. I should probably not get my gun out while I'm in here. It's going to be a bad idea. Right, Nick Valentine, that's what I want to do.
Who needs
One
a
down on
swatter?
normal one. Oh.
Sometimes you gotta wonder, does anyone fight back? Institute has to have enemies, right?
What? You mean the railroad? That's a fairy tale, man. They don't exist.
Nah, I heard from my
Right, and before the game explodes.
it works for
Your luck wouldn't last forever.
No, I think it's just straight up skip that last bit.
His ties.
Nice.
Oh, Nick.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
Wait, who are you? You the detective?
Me? No, I'm Nick's secretary. Handle his appointments, his papers, that sort of thing. Well, that's what I used to do anyway, but now Nick's disappeared and I can't keep a detective agency open without a detective.
Picture on milk carton time?
If only it was that simple, right? Nick disappeared working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station. There's an old vault down there they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but
Afternoon,
he just
Lorenzo. Thanks for
smiled
tuning
and
in.
walked out the door like he always does.
Bonjour.
Hey, I'd love to help, but there's a small matter of expenses.
Don't play games with me. I'll pay you if you find Nick, but it's going to be 100 caps. That's the reward, and it's not up for negotiation.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing that old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
Right. Well, it does just progress the main quest then. Well, at least it didn't break the game. We have actually leveled up because of that. Let's get that point spent if we need it at the moment. Take no radiation from eating or drinking. I'm gonna go ahead and stick a point into Lead Belly Mark III. If we're taking no radiation from eating or drinking, that's going to help a absolute shit ton. I don't know if that applies with the mod that I've got on, but I'll give it a bash. Yeah, just straight up removes the rads. Nice, that's going to be beneficial. Yes, Lorenzo, we are playing with zombies. The Lead Belly Mark III is going to be a fantastic perk to have just gained. Means radiation going to be very much a non-issue now
Newcomer,
for the
huh?
most part.
Talk to Abbott at the wall if you want a history lesson.
I'm not actually going to find Nick Valentine just yet, though. That's probably a quest for the future.
Everything I got will.
I suppose while we're here, let's have a quick look, see what people have got, that sort of stuff.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Self-defense at its best.
My man Arturo has got some binoculars. Holy shit, they're expensive. Now we have some, although we don't have it on us, binocular batteries. I want those binoculars. Chainsaw as well. Chainsaw as well. This stuff is expensive. Oh, what was that? I noticed a modded weapon there. Suppressed VSS Ventures. That is extremely expensive. So suppressed though. Okay, so now we've leveled up a little bit. We are getting some new items in the shops. Kind of really want the binoculars now though. And with water added, canned, sliced and cooked. Alright, so how much are these? 450. Can we afford this with anything? Probably not. Let's try though. We might be able to beef it with something. I might actually sell the magazines. Magazines could be a good one. Sell all of our mods. Yeah, I think the magazines might have to go. Need 22 each, but now am I correct in thinking that if I get rid of the magazines, I still keep the perk? I don't usually sell the magazine. I suppose the easiest way to test that theory out is I'll take those massive amount of 29 caps that I've just got. What magazines do I? Right, Crocknet the Barbarian issue 1. Which would be Barbarian 2. Now if I sell that and it goes down to Barbarian 1, then we know it gets rid of it.
We can talk about guns, or maybe
So we're going to test this out for the interest
I'll
of
take a look,
science.
sure.
something for
Right.
Well, considering we're testing science, let's get rid of them both. Do I still have those perks? I still have the perks.
You need protection.
Which I suppose makes
Everyone
sense because
does.
once you've read it, you
Sure.
understand
Let's
that.
take a
So
look.
yeah, let's get rid
Everything
of
hand
those
tool.
magazines. See you later, Lorenzo. See you later, Sean Plays. Thanks for tuning in. Keep the perk in vanilla. You keep the perk in this as well. So magazines are going. No interest in keeping them. And that's some much needed caps, and I think that's probably actually enough caps to now purchase those binoculars. Don't know how good the binoculars are, and we don't have any batteries for them at the moment on a person. 450 caps, Jesus! Yeah, let's go for it. Do you have any batteries for it? And there are a lot of modded weapons in. No, let's see if we can straight up just use them.
Synth-free shopping right here.
Missing required ammo. Yeah, but I can still use them. I suppose maybe I can't just zoom.
Don't be caught dead. Protection from Commonwealth weaponry.
Yeah, I think I need the batteries for them to be
We sell just about everything,
fully functional.
but none of it is scrap.
I'll take a look, sure.
Here's what we got.
I don't think anyone's going to have them. Oh no, she's got them. Oh my god, they're almost as expensive. Right, well, we're not using the binoculars until we get back to Sanctuary at some point and get our batteries. But we do have the binoculars now. I'm going to assume that we can improve them. We can go up to a 10 times zoom, which we can actually do now we've got good enough.
To everyone, except synths. No synths allowed here.
Pre-war metal body or a lightweight body. Enables more customization with a lighter build. Okay, so I'm interested in modding the binoculars when we can. Morning, Skoldire, and nice binoculars. Well, morning be kind to birds. I would return a compliment, but I don't know if you have any binoculars.
Hand-tooled pieces.
What is up, my dude? Well, I think what we're going to do here then is we're going to crash in Piper's place for the evening. We'll get back to Sanctuary, and I think before we end today's stream, I want to check out those binoculars fully powered to see if they are a massive zoom.
You won't believe what's in the next issue. Just you wait.
Make kill now or something. Probably check status. Fatigue and insomnia. Require frequent sleep, require more sleep. Fuck, we should probably get that healed up when we get back. Eckish and thirsty. Coca-Cola. Ration. Oh my god, I hope Fallout 76 has improved load times. Jesus. Jesus. Oh, this is an insane loading time. Please no break. Oh, thank God for that. Whenever something like that happens, I always think the game's going to explode. Let's go on it. We can go a little bit quicker this time. It won't take as long because we won't have to build up Overland Station this time. I wanted to get a little safe house up. Scott, I think I'm gonna have to go. Well, no problem at all, my dude. I don't expect you to stay here if you don't need to. Thanks for tuning in as always. Thanks for the assistance. Very much appreciated, and I look forward to catching you in the next stream. You have a good day. And
What the?
hopefully we'll have a lot of juicy things to talk about regarding Fallout 76. Be a fairly nice easy trek back. And that's probably just jinxed it. Discord link has been posted in the chat for those of you who are interested. Thanks once again for posting the link. Feel free to join. There's a few of us in there now. We generally chat all out video games, any of that sort of stuff if you're interested. And that AP while we're going back. Gotta poke a zombie every now and then. Get the skills honed. Okay, a little bit of a trek back to Sanctuary then. Unintentionally got ourselves the binoculars, which I've been after for the last couple of episodes, pretty much since we got ourselves some binocular batteries. Interested to see how long those batteries last, because they were quite expensive to buy. So, don't know how much that's going to be a case initially of only using batteries that we find or acquire. Probably a good word to use there. Now, hopefully that Radstag is still along the train tracks on the way back. We'll try and drag it back. See how we do. And hopefully this time it didn't disappear. Likely for NVG mode. Excuse my retardedness. What do you mean by NVG mode? Do explain, because I can't comprehend. Due to lack of intelligence, special stat for myself. I wonder if all those zombies are still here. Maybe spread out a little bit more than what they were before, but... Oh, night vision. Yeah, that probably, that would probably make sense. I'm going to assume that we can then... upgrade it. Maybe with a science perk. To have night vision, that would make the most sense. Brad Stag. There he is. I got lucky in Superman Gunner. I got his. Nice. But we should have all the materials to upgrade it. We have the gun nut perk. It might need that science perk, but we'll wait and see. Night vision and binoculars would be, again, another fantastic boost. Don't mind me just rotating my rad stag. I wasn't that long then. Gotta get through Concord. Nope, this is my red stag zombies. Not in the mood to share either, so get this back, get this processed. I suppose when we go back as well, I'm interested to see that Brahmin is going to meet with a very unfortunate end if he doesn't move. More interested in this red stag at the moment. Okay. I was going to be interested in if we can build any more of the, I think it's the Northland Digger resource stations. Start doing a little bit of that today, I think, as well, if we can. So periodically quick saving in case the game explodes because I'm dragging something halfway across the map. I'm now probably unintentionally bringing a load of zombies in the direction of Sanctuary. We should be alright. I have to get Science free to upgrade to Tactical Night Vision though. Highlights enemies in red. Right, well, next few level ups we're going to try and get towards the Science perk then. Because for how dark it is at night time, we are definitely going to need night vision goggles. And I love the fact that they use require batteries. I find it always a little bit unimmersive when you can use stuff like that without. What are you guys doing? Hopefully the turret takes care of them. I'm going to get this guy thrown straight into the butcher though, because I know that he will disappear if I leave him. We're getting processed straight away. Turret and Preston should be able to deal with those zombies. There was only a couple of them. And on you go. It is actually on. So the conveyor belt's not animated. There we go, we got some meat. That's good. Let's go and make sure that Preston is actually safe. We're not actually being overrun. Game, please. Yeah, this mode would be great for having a sort of checkpoint in Red Rocket. It's actually not a bad idea. It would definitely make the other Red Rockets usable, required. I don't know what the word is. We all clear? Oh, Preston's chill, so I think we're all clear. Preston, mate. I know you're doing the rounds checking for zombies and stuff. I can see a couple over there. Do you wanna perhaps stop having a little swim and check the perimeter? Since the deads follow you in this game, it would make a great place to eliminate and thin out the zombies before they arrive at Sanctuary. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Very good idea, actually. I suppose with how close that one is, we can probably transport any materials we need across ourselves. Get that turreted up, especially on the roof. That's a good idea. We'll be doing that. I won't be doing it today, but I'll make a note to get that started in the next episode. Pick up those batteries. Don't know why we picked up both of them. Let's go for a 10 times zoom, because why the heck not? Light pre-war body requires gun nut Mark 2. We only have one, so I can't actually upgrade to that bit just yet. We do have 10 times zoom though, so I'm interested in checking that out. Okay, so thing to note here. The game does not like me auto-saving Sanctuary. Anytime I do that, it freezes for a good 5 to 10 seconds. So let's not do that here in the future, I don't think. We can't anyway. Binoculars, that's over there. We can see to that. I'm gonna store the batteries for now then. I don't want to use them if we're not actually using them. And he only went in quick saved again after I just said I wasn't going to do it. That's what playing Permadeath and hardcore mode does. Reflex into the autosave button as soon as you've done something. I've always been frustrated in normal game types how Red Rocket is useless as a defense to Sanctuary because of the spawn mechanics. I can see automatrons being extremely valuable in this playthrough. They can't be infected. Yeah, I think I mentioned last time that as soon as I can, I'm going to be getting as many robots as possible. The only downside to that is activating the Automatron DLC. Dude, what are you doing?
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
If we perch out to here, how far can we see? Okay, so the binoculars are going to be very good. We can get that night vision sorted as soon as possible. Probably going to take a couple of episodes before we get to that. But yeah, we are going to be able to see scope areas out a little bit better and see what's going on. Pretty cool. That's pretty damn cool. Right, so some good ideas being thrown around. I'm gonna get Red Rocket built up with some defenses, I think, next time. But I think for now, we're gonna bring the stream and episode to a close. We got our hands on some binoculars finally, and we have established our first mini safe house over at Overland Station. Did have to kill the guys there for that, but I did want to do it the moral way first, so I'm going to justify it that way. It's a shame that Vault 11 wouldn't let me in. I'm going to put that down to a mod conflict. We did get some decent supplies in there. Like I said, we are only going to be using the console commands to get into any sort of glitched place that we're not actually into. What happens if you build a fence maze a bit? I suppose they'd have to go around it. So it'll be a nice way of slowing them down, but it's probably going to be very taxing on the resources to build. The turret ammo limited. I don't think it is. It would be nice if it could be. I may have to look into a mod try and do that. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to bring the stream and the episode to a close. So thank you one and all for tuning in to today's stream episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Do feel free to drop a like and subscribe and follow and all that jazz as per usual if you did enjoy it. Feel free to check the Discord as well. More you guys in there. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. And I'll see you all later.